Welcome back everyone to another Rocket League video. Just before we get into the video, it would mean a lot if you go into the item shop and use my supporter creator code. This code can help me and you, both benefiting us, as I will be getting 5% of your payment from your purchase if you purchase anything from the Rocket Pass or from the item shop. Thank you. Alright guys, in this video I'll be showing you and telling you how to get better at Rocket League from simple tips and tricks that can improve your gameplay by a lot. Now all we're going to do is just go into training and go into free play, select any map, doesn't matter. Right, so one of the first tips and tricks that we're going to be doing today is just going to be a simple, you must have ball cam on. It is one of the most helpful things you can have in the game on, so you can know where certain stuff are, where the players are at, if you're going to be contested or whatnot. An example of needing to see where the ball is, say for example where the ball is right now. If you're heading this way with no ball cam on, you won't be able to tell if any opponent is coming towards the ball to your goal, just over there. If you had ball cam on, say that ball was in the middle somewhere here, you would be able to see if there was anyone coming up from the field, which would then indicate if you really have to go over to the boost or come over here to save. It can help in situations if you need to go for boost, or if you actually have to go and go for the boards to prevent them from scoring. Alright guys, for the next tip that would help with your gameplay would also be, so you know how most of you would be underneath here in this little corner when the ball is like on this curve bit just here, on this curve, and how you would usually be underneath the ball, and when the ball comes down you would usually hit it up the field. Well, you don't want to do that. One tip you could do to get more power to help your teammates or yourself to get the ball further up the field would also be to take it out wide. So what I mean of that is, when the ball is rolling to that corner, you want to come out wide and hit it with all you got, which would do more effective power than just jumping and flipping into the ball. With this you have time to come around here and hit the ball out, whereas if the ball is in that corner and you're actually over there, someone can just easily come over the top of you and take the ball from you, and potentially a goal from it. So one of the ways that you could do this is to come out wide and then hit it away. Another example of this can be, for example, you just want to keep on hitting the ball to the side. Keep on hitting it to the side. And what you're doing is as you are turning around like this, getting max speed, and then going into the ball, you're getting more power from the transfer of force from your car speed transferred into the ball. Whereas if you're just staying still, trying to go for these slow movement balls, trying to hit it away, as you could see there was a massive difference in speed. Whereas if you boost into the ball, you can yeah, get more speed if you turn into it. Another way you can improve in Rocket League is your boost management. Boost is very important in the game, as you can go much faster, you can do more stuff with the ball, you can do air drills and stuff like that. But what you see most people do is that they tend to just keep on boosting even when they're going max speed, which is a negative unless you're able to get big boosts like these ones over here in the corners. A way that you can save more boosts is by simply boosting until you see the contrail on your underneath your wheels. That is letting you know that you are going at max speed, which is then when you can also demolition people when you're going that speed. Also, if you don't have enough boosts, you got all of these little boosts over here that you could just save up as you're heading towards the play. You can get like a good 50 or so boosts just by going over these when you are in the game. Alright, next up is going to be going into some maps that can help you improve your skills as well. I'll see you in a bit. Alright guys, we're going to be going into some simple training maps that can help you improve as well. So you just want to hit play, you want to hit training, go to custom, and you want to press enter code, which in this case I already have. And today we're going to be doing Why You Suck, Shadow Defense, and Power Shots. First of all, I'll be leaving the code in the description if you can't see these codes on the screen as much, on the video as much as well as you can. So the first one we're gonna go into is Why You Suck, Shadow Defense. Right, now we're in Shadow Defense. As you can see, the first one is going to be launching the ball into the air. For most people, you would just be starting off with simple stuff like that, just waiting for it to get to the ground before hitting it away. Your objective is to hit it away from where your goal is, essentially. If you want to get more advanced, you can aerial towards it and hit it. As soon as you make a mistake, you just want to keep on pressing your reset button and just continue the same move every time for repetition. If you mess up, then you can always just reset. your aim is to hit it to the side of the goal, and not just over here where it could, where your opponent could come over you and score. So on to the next training. It will be the same thing on the other side. So you just, okay, as you see, I messed it up. It's all about timing as well. As you can see, I just jumped a bit too late and I was unable to get into the position to flip into it or to fly into it. This can help with people approaching your goal when you're on the same side of the field as you are. So essentially someone would be directly behind that ball and you want to mimic the same movement they do. If they flip the ball up in the air like this training pack helps you with, you can basically mimic the movement and have a better chance of saving if you were, other than coming from the other side of the field where you can possibly miss. As you can see, I'm messing up. This is usually how I've mostly improved my goalkeeping skills. If you want, you can add in air roll into it. For this one, you would have to hit it before it gets to the goal, or else it's just gonna go in. So for this one, it's more advanced. You can't just wait for it to touch the ground before trying to save it. So for this one, you would actually have to require to aerial your way out. Onto the fourth one. As you can see, it's the similar place to where it was on the other side, and it's just the same thing. Again, you have to aerial it if you are to have a chance of saving this. As for this, goes directly into the goal without bouncing on the field. If you want to see more advanced tips and tricks, make sure you subscribe and let me know in the comments if you want to see it. If you want to see more advanced tips and tricks to improve at Rocket League. Alright, on to the next training map. Next course, I mean, yep. As you can see, the ball is more further back. It's at the halfway, and it's just the same thing, but you would definitely have to aerial, or if you can, just come over here if you're a beginner, or if you can't do aerials as well. Make sure you hit it before it touches the ground, or else you may risk of getting scored. and it's the same thing. So just remember, if you make a mistake, just keep on resetting until you can consistently do it well. As you can see, this ball is more further back than it was at the halfway line, so this one is going to be more challenging. Even though it's still going to hit the crossbar, I believe. No, that's a couple ones in the future. A couple more trainings in the back. This would probably be more advanced for beginners, but give it a shot if you can. Again, this one requires aerials only, because there is no way you can get it from purely just from the ground, especially when it's going into the top left corner. Alright, this should be good enough. The next one we're going to be going into is you want to go into custom. You want to type in this code here, shown on this video. PowerShots by Easer or Star Striker. You want to go into that. Alright guys, we are in the PowerShots map, training map. So in this map you can do all sorts of stuff you can do, but I recommend you do as I do, for if you guys are new to the game or wanting to improve but aren't great at shooting and angles and that. So all I recommend you is you just reset the ball and try to line up the corner of your car with the ball and the goal behind it as like a linear line. As you can see now, I'll be putting markings on my on the screen. It would also help with timing. All you just have to do is just hit the corner and it should just pop right in. So if you hit it a bit too late, it's just gonna bounce on the wall. If you hit it too far, it may just go in. If you go around here too much, make the corner posts. So all I'm trying to do is just line it up the best you can. Try on air. If you want to get into more advanced, you can try to flip into it. Just keeping the same thing in mind as the other map, training map. Every time that you make a mistake, just keep on resetting. And this is basically the same thing, but it's more further back, so you will have to line the angles up from the corner of the car to the ball to the goal, so it all matches up. And then you just hit the ball in. So if you leave it too late, that's what happens. If you do it too early, it just goes off to the side. One thing that you can do is try to turn into it. So instead of hitting it with the corner of your car, you're going out wide, and then you turn into it so that the very front of your car goes into it for more power. Or just play it safe and touch it with the corner of the car. You can attempt to do double touches, but I recommend doing the first one from this one. over here we got the same thing, but you gotta time it so you can get yourself ready and then hit it, but you only have 3 seconds to hit it, so you must get it up in the air and not touching the ground. I'll show an example of that now. I hit it as hard as I could. It basically touched the ground. Yeah. So you gotta time it so as the ball goes, as soon as the ball touches the ground and starts to lift up, is when you get more power. From simple science, basically the ball doesn't have down motion, so you get, if you hit the ball underneath as the ball is going upwards, you get more power in that. If you hit the ball before it touches the ground while the ball is in down motion, you'll be losing some power from it. That's just a general thing that all Rocket League people know. You want to do the same thing you did before. Make sure you time it right so you hit it as soon as the ball bounces off the ground. And you also want to try to find the angles up from your corner of the car, the front corner of the car, with the ball and the goal behind it. And you just want to keep on doing that. Come over to the right hand side of the field and it's the same thing but from a different angle where the ball is, and you just want to do the same process. Wait until the ball gets up before touching it, and you want to line the angles up with your the corner of your car with the ball and the goal behind it. Something like this you can practice with double touching if you're wanting to do more skilled. And just remember, you want to consistently get it in the goal by just doing the same move. If you mess up like this one and it goes out to the field, you just want to press reset again and just continue until you get it right. So that one should be going out to the side, wasn't going in, so you want to reset and just keep on doing the same thing. Reset, keep doing the same thing. Consistency is key to succeeding, as most of you should know that. It's going out to the side, so you want to reset and hit it. Same technique applies to this one. You just want to line it up, but you need to have more accuracy, as this can easily touch or miss the goal completely, or you don't hit it hard enough so you make it into the goal. So same concept, hit the ball when the ball is in upward motion after it just bounced off the ground, and you want to line your angles up with your car. You can just do a simple little jump, or you can flip into it. Do the same thing on this side, same thing, just other side, and same concept as before. I recommend just doing those. Alright, thank you for watching. If you want a more advanced tips and tricks video to improve at Rocket League, Just make sure you subscribe and comment down below if you want to see it happen. I know this was my first attempt at one, but trust me, it will get better as time goes. And just make sure you're using code MNG Ninja Gaming while supporting me in Rocket League. Thank you, and good luck in future games.